Let us begin in stillness. Let us rest here for just a moment and let the noise of the world settle around us. We come into this quiet space, not rushing, not grasping, but simply arriving. Here we are. Here we breathe. Here we begin again. We give thanks for this breath, for the gift of air entering our lungs, filling us, sustaining us without our asking. We give thanks for the beating of our hearts, for the life that moves through us even as we sleep, even as we rest, even in our forgetting. We are grateful for this day, for the light that returns, for the opportunity to meet whatever comes with open hands. We do not know what this day holds, but we are here to meet it. We are grateful for the gift of waking, for the mercy of beginning again, for the chance to live this one day as well as we are able. We give thanks for the people we will encounter today, for those we know and those we do not yet know, for the lives that touch ours in ways we see and in ways we cannot see. We are grateful for the simple things, for water and food, for shelter and warmth, for the kindness of others, for the small mercies that carry us through. We give thanks for the ability to choose, to respond, to grow, to learn from what has come before. As we move into this day, we pause to remember that we are not alone in this life. We are part of something larger, something woven together by threads we cannot always trace. The choices we make, the words we speak, the attention we give or withhold, these things ripple outward in ways we may never fully see. We ask for the wisdom to recognize this connection, to honor it, to live as though our actions matter because they do. Help us to see the places where we have influence, where our presence can bring comfort or clarity or simply a moment of calm. Help us to remember that we do not need to do great things to live well, that small acts of care and attention are enough, that showing up with honesty and gentleness is itself a gift. We ask for the courage to take responsibility for what is ours to carry, not to take on what belongs to others, not to carry the weight of the whole world, but to hold what is truly ours with care and attention. Help us to know the difference. Help us to see clearly where our energy is needed and where we must let go. Help us to discern between what we can change and what we must accept. We ask for patience with ourselves today. We are learning, still learning, always learning. We stumble and forget and lose our way, and this is part of being human. Help us to meet our own mistakes with kindness, to treat ourselves as we would treat a friend who is struggling, to offer ourselves the same grace we wish to extend to others. When we fall short, help us to notice without cruelty, to acknowledge without shame, to return to our intentions without harsh judgment. We ask for patience with others as well. Each person we meet today carries burdens we cannot see, fights battles we know nothing about, holds pain and hope in measures we cannot measure. Help us to remember this when we are tested, when we are frustrated, when we are tempted to react with anger or dismissal. Help us to pause before we speak, to breathe before we respond, to choose our words with care. May we be slow to judge and quick to listen. May we offer the benefit of the doubt when we are able. May we recognize that everyone is doing the best they can with what they have, even when it does not look like enough, even when it falls short of what we wish it could be. We ask for the strength to be honest today, to speak the truth with kindness, to say what needs to be said without cruelty or carelessness. Help us to be truthful with ourselves first, to see our own hearts clearly, to acknowledge what we feel and what we fear, and what we hope. And then help us to bring that honesty into our encounters with others, not as a weapon, but as a bridge, not to wound, but to connect. We ask for the ability to listen deeply today, to truly hear what is being said beneath the words, to notice what is unspoken, to give the gift of our full attention to those who need it. Help us to set aside our own need to respond, to fix, to solve, and simply to be present. Sometimes presence is the only thing required of us, and it is enough. We ask for gentleness in our interactions today. May our tone be soft when it can be. May our faces reflect openness and warmth. May our gestures and our movements convey respect and care. Help us to remember that we have the power to make someone's day lighter or heavier by how we show up, by the energy we bring, by the way we make others feel in our presence. May we choose, whenever possible, to bring lightness. We ask for the wisdom to recognize when we need help and the humility to ask for it. We cannot do everything alone, nor are we meant to. Help us to reach out when we are struggling, to admit when we are uncertain, to invite others into our challenges rather than hiding them away. And help us to receive help with grace, to allow others the gift of giving, to trust that we are worthy of care and support. We ask for clarity in our decisions today, big and small. Help us to see what matters and what does not. Help us to focus our energy on what is truly important and to release our grip on what is not ours to control. Help us to trust our own inner knowing, the quiet voice that speaks beneath the noise, the wisdom that resides in us even when we doubt it. We ask for the ability to be present in this day, not lost in yesterday or already racing toward tomorrow. Help us to meet this moment, this task, this conversation, this breath with full attention. Help us to notice the small beauties around us, the light through a window, the sound of a voice, the taste of food, the feeling of ground beneath our feet. These small things are not small at all. They are the substance of our lives, the texture of our days, the place where life is actually lived. We ask for compassion toward those who are suffering today. There is so much pain in the world, so much loss and grief and struggle. We cannot fix it all, but we can hold it in our awareness. We can refuse to turn away. We can offer what we have, even if it feels like very little. A kind word, a listening ear, a moment of acknowledgement. These things matter more than we know. Help us to be a source of comfort when we can, and to seek comfort when we need it. We ask for the ability to forgive today, to release the resentments we carry, the grudges we hold, the ways we keep ourselves bound to past hurts. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting or excusing or pretending harm did not happen. It means choosing to stop letting the past control the present. It means freeing ourselves from the weight of bitterness. Help us to forgive others when we are ready, and help us to forgive ourselves, which is often the harder task. We ask for peace in our hearts today, not the absence of difficulty, but the presence of calm beneath the difficulty, a steady center that holds even when the surface is troubled, a quiet place we can return to when we are overwhelmed or afraid or uncertain. Help us to find that place within ourselves, to rest there when we need to draw strength from it. As we prepare to step into this day, we hold all of this in our hearts. The gratitude and the asking, the hope and the humility, the awareness of our connection to others and our responsibility to ourselves. We do not go forward with all the answers. We do not go forward perfectly prepared. We go forward as we are, with what we have, doing what we can. And that is enough. We are enough. May we move through this day with grace and steadiness. May we be kind to ourselves and to others. May we remember what matters. May we live this one day as fully and as gently as we are able. We release our worries, our fears, our need to control what cannot be controlled. We trust that we will find what we need as we need it. We trust that we are held even when we cannot feel it. We trust that this day, with all it brings, is a gift. And so we begin. Amen.